the bonus, the positivity of that is the fact that stigma is being broken down in this country and also in Botswana. And we're hitting the target, not just Sentebale, but in general, all of the partners are. And it's making a massive difference. And it is this surge of energy and optimism and voice of young people, ranging from 6 to 25. And the biggest difference, of which really needs more work, the biggest difference is when people at the top start listening.
Welcome to Meghan and Harry Tales, where we dive deep into the stories that define the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's mission to inspire change. In today's episode, we're revisiting a story that has been 2 decades in the making. Prince Harry's heartfelt connection with Lesotho, Africa, and the remarkable work of Sentebale, the charity he co-founded with his dear friend, Prince Seeiso of Lesotho. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and show some love to Harry and Meghan. I am your host, Kelly. On Tuesday, October 1st, Prince Harry reunited with his longtime friend, Prince Seeiso of Lesotho, for a deeply meaningful event. In the heart of Africa, around a glowing bonfire, Prince Harry gave an impassioned speech that touched the hearts of everyone present. The occasion marked the beginning of Harry's first trip to Lesotho in 5 years, where he reflected on the incredible work that Sentebale, the charity he co-founded with Prince Seeiso, has accomplished. Speaking to youth leaders and his close friend, Harry shared how their charity had broken down stigma in Lesotho and Botswana, and how the positive energy of young people, ages 6 to 25, has been a driving force in transforming lives. In his speech, Harry said, "We're hitting the targets, not just Sentebale, but all of the departments are. It's making a massive difference, and the surge of energy and optimism from young people is crucial." But he also issued a call to action, urging those in positions of power to listen more carefully to the youth. Prince Seeiso, deeply moved, spoke of the origins of Sentebale, recalling how Harry first came to Lesotho and breathed the same air, ate the same food as the children, and experienced the challenges they faced firsthand. This experience sparked a dream between the two princes to create a lasting legacy, one that would transcend their lifetimes and inspire future generations. But this was more than just a reunion between old friends. It was a moment to celebrate the progress of Sentebale, a charity that began with a vision of hope and resilience. Prince Harry's connection to Lesotho dates back to 2004, when he first visited the country during his gap year. 2 years later, Sentebale was born at a time when 1 in 3 children in the country had lost a parent to HIV/AIDS-related illness. Since then, Sentebale has expanded its mission across Lesotho and Botswana, teaching children life skills that build confidence, providing services for mental and physical well-being, and offering vocational training for young women. It's a remarkable achievement that highlights how charity work can deeply transform communities. During the first night of Harry's visit, singers and dancers filled the air with celebration. After his arrival, Harry was warmly greeted by Prince Seeiso, and they were joined by prominent figures such as Dr. Sophie Chandauka, MBE, chair of Sentebale's board, and country directors from both Lesotho and Botswana. The sense of unity and collaboration was palpable as they celebrated the work they've accomplished. Prince Seeiso beautifully summed up their shared mission when he said, "It is that deep-felt need that we want, collectively, to make a difference in our lifetime. Not only in our lifetime, but to leave a legacy for the next generation." It's a powerful message, reminding us all of the importance of building something that lasts. Prince Harry's story with Lesotho begins in 2004, a year that would change his life forever. At 19 years old, Harry was at a crossroads in his life. The death of his mother in 1997 had left a deep scar, and as a young man, Harry sought purpose and meaning beyond his royal duties. During his gap year, he travelled to Lesotho, a landlocked country in southern Africa, often overshadowed by its larger neighbours. What he found in Lesotho was more than just a breathtaking landscape. He found a second home. Lesotho is known for its rugged mountains and stunning natural beauty, but at the time of Harry's visit, it was grappling with a serious HIV/AIDS epidemic. The small nation had one of the highest rates of HIV infection in the world. 1 in 3 children had lost at least one parent to the disease, and many were left to fend for themselves without access to basic healthcare, education, or support. It was this stark reality that drew Harry into a lifelong commitment to helping the people of Lesotho. Harry spent 2 months in Lesotho during his gap year, immersing himself in the culture and the daily lives of the people. He worked on local projects, helped build schools, and spent time with orphaned children. It was here that he first met Prince Seeiso, the younger brother of King Letsie III of Lesotho, and the two young men immediately formed a bond. They shared a deep empathy for the plight of the country's children and a desire to make a tangible difference. During his time in Lesotho, Harry experienced the devastating effects of the HIV/AIDS crisis firsthand. He visited hospitals where children were battling the disease, met with families torn apart by loss, and saw the stigma that surrounded those affected by HIV. This experience left an indelible mark on him, and it would later inspire him to co-found Sentebale with Prince Seeiso. Prince Seeiso and Harry's friendship has always been more than just a formal relationship between royals. They became brothers in every sense of the word. Prince Seeiso affectionately refers to Harry as Mohale, a Sesotho word meaning warrior, a title that symbolizes Harry's resilience and dedication to the people of Lesotho. This brotherhood was built on shared values, mutual respect, and a deep commitment to their common cause, improving the lives of vulnerable children in southern Africa. Prince Seeiso himself has faced many challenges in his own life and leadership. As a royal in Lesotho, he understands the responsibilities of leadership, but he has also witnessed the struggles of his people up close. The friendship between Harry and Seeiso blossomed over the years as they worked together to create real, lasting change. Prince Seeiso once described their relationship as a journey of understanding, of breathing the same air, eating the same food, and feeling the same emotions. It is this shared empathy and commitment that led to the creation of Sentebale. Together, Harry and Seeiso envisioned a future where children affected by HIV/AIDS would no longer be stigmatized, where they would have access to education, healthcare, and emotional support. They wanted to build a legacy of hope and resilience, not just for their lifetimes, but for future generations. Sentebale was officially founded in 2006, 2 years after Harry's life-changing visit to Lesotho. The name Sentebale means forget-me-not in Sesotho, a poignant tribute to Harry's mother, Princess Diana. Forget-me-nots were Diana's favourite flower, and the name reflects the charity's mission, to ensure that no child in Lesotho is forgotten or left behind, just as Diana sought to uplift those on the margins of society. At the time of its founding, Lesotho was a country in crisis. The HIV/AIDS epidemic had devastated entire communities, leaving thousands of children orphaned or living with the disease themselves. Access to healthcare, education, and social services was limited, especially in rural areas. The stigma surrounding HIV/AIDS only compounded the problem, with many children and families too afraid to seek help for fear of discrimination. Sentebale's initial mission was to provide immediate relief to those affected by the epidemic. The charity focused on providing healthcare, education, and psychosocial support to vulnerable children, particularly those who had lost parents to HIV/AIDS. Over the years, Sentebale's work has expanded beyond just addressing the epidemic. Today, the charity focuses on building long-term sustainable solutions that empower young people in Lesotho and Botswana, helping them to become leaders in their own communities. Sentebale's work goes beyond just providing resources. It is about breaking down the stigma that surrounds HIV/AIDS and mental health. The charity offers a holistic approach, providing not only medical care, but also emotional and psychological support. It runs educational programs, vocational training, and initiatives aimed at promoting mental well-being. In doing so, Sentebale has created a model that addresses the root causes of poverty and disease, rather than just the symptoms. In its early years, Sentebale made a significant impact by addressing the immediate needs of children affected by HIV/AIDS. The charity partnered with local organisations and healthcare providers to deliver life-saving antiretroviral treatment to those in need. These efforts helped to reduce the mortality rate among children living with HIV in Lesotho and Botswana, but the charity's work didn't stop there. Sentebale recognised that addressing the physical health of children was only one part of the solution. Many of the children it worked with were also dealing with deep emotional trauma. The loss of parents, the stigma associated with HIV, and the challenges of living in poverty had left many children isolated and without hope. Sentebale stepped in to provide psychosocial support, creating safe spaces where children could express their emotions, connect with others in similar situations, and begin the process of healing. One of the most important aspects of Sentebale's work has been its focus on breaking down the stigma surrounding HIV/AIDS. In many communities, children and families affected by the disease were often shunned or discriminated against. Sentebale worked to change the narrative, raising awareness about HIV and encouraging people to seek treatment without fear of judgment. By promoting understanding and compassion, the charity helped to create a more supportive environment for those affected by the epidemic. While Sentebale initially focused on Lesotho, it soon expanded its efforts to neighbouring Botswana, another country heavily impacted by HIV/AIDS. Like Lesotho, Botswana faced significant challenges in addressing the epidemic, particularly in rural areas where healthcare services were limited. Sentebale's expansion into Botswana marked a new chapter for the charity, as it sought to replicate the success it had achieved in Lesotho. In Botswana, Sentebale implemented programs aimed at educating young people about HIV prevention and treatment. The charity worked closely with schools and community leaders to provide information on sexual health, safe practices, and the importance of regular testing. Sentebale also introduced vocational training programs, helping young people develop skills that would enable them to support themselves and their families. One of the key aspects of Sentebale's work in Botswana has been its focus on mental health. Recognizing that mental well-being is just as important as physical health, the charity has developed programs that address the psychological and emotional needs of young people. These programs include counseling services, peer support groups, and activities that promote self-esteem and resilience. Sentebale's work in Botswana has had a transformative impact on the lives of countless young people. Through its holistic approach, the charity has helped to create a generation of empowered individuals who are not only surviving, but thriving. By providing them with the tools they need to succeed, Sentebale is helping to break the cycle of poverty and disease that has plagued these communities for so long. In October 2024, after a 5-year absence, Prince Harry returned to Lesotho for an emotional reunion with his old friend and partner, Prince Seeiso. The visit marked nearly 2 decades since Sentebale's founding, and it was a chance for Harry to reflect on the progress that had been made, as well as the challenges that lay ahead. Harry's return to Lesotho was filled with powerful moments. He visited the same communities he had worked with years ago and saw firsthand how Sentebale's efforts had transformed the lives of so many children. Schools had been built, healthcare services had improved, and young people who had once been at risk were now thriving thanks to the support they had received. One of the most poignant moments of Harry's visit was his reunion with some of the children who had been among Sentebale's first beneficiaries. Many of these individuals, now young adults, shared their stories with Harry, recounting how the charity had given them a second chance at life. They spoke of the impact that Sentebale's programs had had on their education, health, and mental well-being. For Harry, hearing these stories was a reminder of why he had co-founded the charity in the first place. Harry also took the opportunity to meet with Princess Senet, the daughter of Prince Seeiso, who has taken on a more active role in the charity's work. As the next generation of leaders in Lesotho, Senet represents the future of Sentebale and its ongoing mission. Together, Harry, Seeiso and Senet discussed the charity's future plans, including its efforts to expand its work in other parts of Africa. Harry's 2024 visit to Lesotho coincided with a momentous occasion, the 200th anniversary of the country's founding. The anniversary was a time of celebration and reflection for the people of Lesotho, and Sentebale's contributions to the nation's development were recognized as part of this milestone. Over the years, Sentebale has played a crucial role in improving the lives of children and young people in Lesotho. The charity has built schools, provided healthcare services, and offered vocational training to help young people become self-sufficient. Sentebale's impact has been felt across the country, particularly in rural areas where access to services was once limited. One of the key achievements of Sentebale has been its work in promoting education. Through its partnership with local schools and communities, the charity has helped thousands of children access quality education. This has not only improved their academic performance, but also given them the skills and confidence they need to succeed in life. Sentebale has also been instrumental in addressing the mental health needs of young people in Lesotho. The charity's counselling services and peer support groups have helped to reduce the stigma surrounding mental health issues, and many young people have benefited from the emotional support they have received. By promoting mental well-being, Sentebale has helped to create a more resilient and empowered generation of young people. As Lesotho celebrates its 200th anniversary, Sentebale's work is a testament to the power of partnership, compassion, and determination. The charity has not only helped to transform the lives of individuals, but also contributed to the development of the country as a whole. Despite the progress that has been made, the challenges facing Sentebale and the communities it serves are far from over. One of the biggest challenges is Africa's growing youth population. According to Dr. Sophie Chandauka, a leading expert on African demographics, Africa is home to the fastest-growing youth population in the world. By 2050, it is estimated that more than half of the world's youth will live in Africa. This demographic shift presents both an opportunity and a challenge. On the one hand, Africa's youth represent a vast potential workforce that could drive economic growth and innovation. On the other hand, without proper education, healthcare, and employment opportunities, many young people could be left behind, leading to increased poverty, inequality, and social unrest. Sentebale recognizes the importance of addressing these challenges head-on. The charity is committed to providing young people with the tools they need to succeed in the 21st century, from access to education and healthcare to opportunities for economic inclusion. Sentebale's programs are designed to empower young people to become leaders in their own communities, helping to drive positive change across the continent. One of the ways Sentebale is addressing the needs of Africa's growing youth population is by focusing on digital skills and economic inclusion. In today's global economy, digital literacy is essential for success. However, many young people in Southern Africa lack access to the technology and education they need to thrive in a digital world. Sentebale is working to change that by partnering with international organizations and corporations to provide young people with the skills they need to succeed in the digital economy. The charity has launched a series of programs aimed at teaching coding, computer science, and other digital skills to young people in Lesotho and Botswana. These programs are designed to bridge the gap between traditional education and the demands of the modern workforce. In addition to digital skills, Sentebale is also focusing on economic inclusion. The charity is working to create opportunities for young people to start their own businesses and become financially independent. Through its vocational training programs, Sentebale is helping young people develop the skills they need to succeed in industries such as agriculture, hospitality, and technology. By investing in the future of Africa's youth, Sentebale is not only helping individuals succeed, but also contributing to the economic development of the region as a whole. The charity's innovative approach to education and economic inclusion is helping to create a brighter future for the next generation of leaders. Prince Harry's journey as a philanthropist has been deeply personal. From a young age, he was inspired by his mother's dedication to helping those in need, and over the years, he has developed his own approach to charitable work. Sentebale is just one example of Harry's commitment to giving back, but it is perhaps the most personal and meaningful to him. Throughout his life, Harry has been involved in numerous charitable initiatives, from supporting veterans through the Invictus Games to advocating for mental health awareness. His work has always been driven by a desire to make a difference in the lives of those who are often overlooked or marginalized. For Harry, charity is not just about providing resources. It is about creating lasting change. He has always been focused on addressing the root causes of problems, whether it be the stigma surrounding HIV/AIDS or the barriers to education and economic inclusion in Africa. By working closely with local communities and organizations, Harry has been able to create sustainable solutions that have a real impact. One of the ways Harry has raised funds for Sentebale is through the annual Sentebale Polo Cup. The event, which has become a staple in the charity's fundraising efforts, brings together some of the world's top polo players, celebrities, and philanthropists to raise money for Sentebale's programs. Harry's passion for polo is well known, and he has used the sport as a way to draw attention to Sentebale's mission. Over the years, the Sentebale Polo Cup has raised millions of dollars, helping to fund the charity's education, healthcare, and mental health programs. One of the key figures behind the success of the event is Nacho Figueras, a close friend of Harry's and one of the world's top polo players. Figueras has been a long-time supporter of Sentebale and has played in the Polo Cup many times over the years. His involvement has helped to raise awareness about the charity's work and attract high-profile donors. The Sentebale Polo Cup is more than just a fundraising event. It is a celebration of the impact that Sentebale has had on the lives of children in southern Africa. Each year, the event serves as a reminder of the progress that has been made and the work that still needs to be done. Thank you everyone for watching the video, and let's show some love by subscribing and sharing the video. Remember to leave a comment. Thank you. I am your loyal host, Kelly.